There's not a lot of fat on the seal skin because we did a good job skinning it, but there's definitely enough to where we'd want to flesh it prior to putting it in a pickling solution in preparation for tanning. As spring arrives and new life emerges, our harvest season begins. We look forward to enjoying fresh traditional foods, starting with seal. This year, nature blessed us with the early arrival of herring, adding to the abundance of the season. This is our way of life.
So this time of year, the weather is always really unpredictable. It will rain, snow, hail, sunshine, rainbows all in the same day. We call it herring egg weather. Seal is the first thing I learned how to hunt. I didn't start hunting until I was an adult, so every time we go out and get a seal, I'm always reminded of when I learned how, and we only get about 1 or 2 seals a year, so I'm still practicing and learning, and hopefully we get one today.
We often hunt seal prior to the herring spawn. This year, those traditional food harvests overlapped.
All right, we gotta get in the boat because sometimes they sink. Can you put this, it's on safety. So typically when you get a seal, you see like a big blood cloud, but you can't see it here because of the, the color of the water right now, but it's too big to pull aboard, so we're gonna have to tow it to the beach. So seals have really thick, tough skin. So Dad's cutting through a couple parts of the skin to secure this line so we can tie it to the seal and tow it to shore without losing it. The pelt on this is so beautiful, the seal skin. Super pretty.
It's got a total mix. It's got brown,
beautiful.
Black.
So pretty.
Oh, we're gonna get it over the back here. Okay. Up. Up.
We think this seal would have sunk had I shot it anywhere else in the head, but I shot it and it stayed tensed up and it didn't let go of its air, so we were able to retrieve it. Sometimes they do sink as just part of it. You don't want them to, and you want to be quick and retrieve them as soon as possible, but for anybody who's learning how, hunting seals, sometimes that just happens, and it's part of the learning process.
Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna get right in the middle from here, and you're gonna cut right, his belly button's right here, and then right down, right to here. Okay? Just follow that line, like that. Okay. All the way down. Okay, another. Okay, go ahead, keep cutting.
This is the same beach Dad took me to when I got my first seal, and I watched him clean it for the first time.
Just keep it, you're almost through it. But that's the way up on his breast, is long, right there is where the cartilage is. Okay, right there you start cutting through.
I'll split all the way down.
Yep.
So my dad taught me when you clean the intestines, instead of running your nail like this over them, you kind of want to bend it back so you don't damage the intestines while you apply pressure.
Yeah, they'll break if you do it.
This series is brought to you by Work Sharp. Sharpen anything with a blade, Work Sharp makes it easy to do right. The real magic behind every sharp edge. Historically, when an elder passes away, all that knowledge passes away with them. So part of our responsibility is to learn that, practice it, and generously share it.
Back in the day, they paid a bounty for these. I'm not sure why. They thought they ate too much fish in the streams or in the mouth of the streams. But you'd cut this nose off like that. And you had to keep those, and that's what you turned in to collect the bounty, which is like $3.50 or $4.50, I can't remember.
Do you want me to start here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go a little baby cuts until you get it going.
What we're trying to do is keep as much of the fat on
the fatty as possible. Did a good job. My dad says he's really great at skinning seals. I'm still learning and I'm slow, but I'm getting better each time. Not everybody has a dad like mine, like an adult or a mentor who knows these things. And so when I learn, I try to document as much as I can and then share it on social media, because there might be other people like me, or youth, or even adults who have been disconnected, moved to urban areas. It's a way for all of us to learn together, learn, practice, and share it with each other. And it can be very fragile, because it really is held together by the people who still do these things. When I moved home, I had one seal skin that my dad gave me. I think it was home tanned. It was yellow, really thick. And I started sewing skins again because I had found some skin sewers on social media who helped me learning this process of washing the skins, what to use, how long to leave them in the soap. And they generously shared their knowledge with me, and when someone shares knowledge or foods, show them that generosity in return. It takes about 4 to 5 minutes to flesh a pelt. I'm gonna hook up this wand here. And now, after letting it soak overnight, it's nice and clean. There's not a lot of fat on the seal skin because we did a good job skinning it, but there's definitely enough to where we'd want to flesh it prior to putting it in a pickling solution in preparation for tanning.
This show is brought to you by Can Am. It's rare to find something that works this hard and still delivers that much fun. When it comes to wheels, this is my favorite way to explore the backcountry.
So Dad's cutting strips of the seal fat lengthwise. And then we're gonna bring it over to cutting station over here and cut it into like 1/4 inch wide pieces, and we're gonna start to boil it.
Good.
Some people leave a little meat, a little bit, but it makes the oil darker, so I'm going to make a clear oil. So we're not going to leave any meat on the fat. And also you can take this fat and smoke it and then cut it up and make oil, and you have smoked oil.
So what we'll do is we'll cut all of the pieces of fat like this size, and then we'll fill up this pot with the fat, and we won't start cooking it until we're all done cutting. They're perfect, Dad. The fat from that entire seal, that seal was 200 plus pounds, rendered down into 2 pots of oil and 2 trays of crispy fat. This is what we have, our finished product.
So when you cook these guys, it's all tendons and cartilage kind of stuff. You clean it off and eat the skin as well. But you cut these when you and peel it off. They all attach like right here.
So throughout the process, you'll see me scorching hair off and scraping the flippers and tail. The skin will gradually change color, and when the process is complete, it'll be like the color of a sea lion, like a tan, 0 hair left on these. And then we'll put them in a pressure cooker. Then we'll just let them cool until tomorrow. All of the collagen in the flippers and tail will be like a liquid, and overnight it will firm up. So it takes multiple rounds of scorching and scraping, scorching and scraping. These taste pretty strong. This is the intestines we boiled yesterday are good. This is the most mild tasting part of the seal. It tastes like chicken. This will stay liquid at room temperature, or if, we store it in the refrigerator, but this will stay liquid. It's not like bacon fat where it will solidify as it cools. And we use this as a condiment on herring eggs. You can add it to the water before you blanch the eggs, cook them. You can also dip dried fish in seal oil. Our cracklings are still crispy, but for longer term storage, because these don't have a long shelf life, we add them to a jar like this, and we're going to top this with seal oil, and that preserves them for a longer time. Keep this in the fridge. You can take the lid off, pull one of these out. It'll still be crispy, it'll be coated with oil, but you'll be able to enjoy these for longer than just a couple of days, like this. Traditionally, a lot of our foods were stored in seal oil for longer term. A lot of our foods were smoked, which kept them from going bad, dried, and you can eat dried foods for a year. You know, we still dry fish today and it's good a year later. My smokehouse is 6 feet by 6 feet, which is a lot smaller than traditional smokehouses. So traditionally, smokehouses were large enough to serve as a winter home when not in use, and they were located at different fish camps throughout Southeast Alaska. There is no right or wrong way to build your smokehouse. What's really important is knowing how it functions and how fast or slow it smokes meat, fish, and that way you can adjust your time and your fire size to whatever smokehouse you have. We intentionally left some fat on the meat. That's just to add flavor. Seal meat is very lean, so no fat at all. Meat itself, so we leave a little of the fat on there. The important thing is that we are practicing and participating in our culture and carrying on these traditions with the materials that we have and the tools that we have, and that's what keeps us connected.